Enough. You have been chasing more for so long that you forgot what enough feels like. You forgot there was a time when you had nothing and you were still alive. A time when a full stomach was a victory. A time when a door opening was enough to make you believe in tomorrow. You have forgotten that version of yourself. The one who knew how to want less. You have spent years climbing, building, holding, moving, giving, and still the voice says the same thing. More money, more security, more proof that you mattered. You have been running on a track that has no finish line, and you are tired. Not your body. Something deeper. Something that has been watching you run and wondering when you will stop. In 1901, the banker Morgan offered Andrew Carnegie $480 million for his steel company. Carnegie said yes, signed the papers, and walked away, never to visit the mills again. He was 65, not sick, with 18 years left to live. So he stopped being an owner. He became a river. He gave away 90%. And he did not look back. You have been looking back your whole life. At the deal you should have made. At the person you should have become. At the number you swore would be enough. You have been measuring your worth by how much you have kept. But the scoreboard is not the point. The point is whether you can stop looking at it. Carnegie stopped looking. He sold everything. He walked away. He never checked the price of steel again. He never wondered if he could have gotten more. He never visited the mills to see what they had become without him. He was done. And being done was the hardest thing he ever did. Because enough is harder than more. Here is what you will not admit. You are afraid of stopping. Not because you love the chase. Because you are afraid of who you will be when it ends. You have built your identity on movement, on progress, on the next thing. You climb, you build, you never settle. If you stop, who are you? You do not know. Every time you got close to enough, you moved the line. You invented a new reason to keep going. Because stopping means facing silence. And silence terrifies you. That silence is not boredom. It is your soul asking you to stop running. And you have been ignoring it for years. You think Carnegie ignored it too. He did not. He sold everything at 65. He could have doubled his fortune. He walked away. Because holding until the end proves you never learned what enough means. You have been acting like enough is a number. It is a decision. To stop measuring. To look at what you have and say, this is enough. You have never made that decision. Because saying it means you have to stop. And stopping is the one thing you have spent your whole life learning not to do. You have hit numbers before. The feeling lasted a day. Then you picked a new number. The belief that the number would save you was the problem. The number was never the solution. You have been waiting for a number that will never come. The number is the drug. You are addicted to the chase. You have been running a race no one else is in. You stop. You name what you have. You see it for the first time. The shift is not about having more. It is about seeing what is already in front of you. You think Carnegie sold everything because he had enough money. He did not. He had enough of being the person who needed more. 50 years building. 50 years proving. 50 years running. And one day he stopped. You think you cannot stop. You can. You can too. You just do not believe it yet. Not because he was tired. Because he was done. There is a difference. Tired is temporary. Done is permanent. Done is a decision you make when you understand the race was never real. That the finish line was inside you the whole time. That you have been running towards something you already had. The question has never been whether you have enough. The question is whether you are willing to stop and look at what is already in front of you. Whether you can stop long enough to look at what you have without thinking about what you do not have. Whether you can sit in the silence and let it be enough. You think Carnegie kept visiting the mills. He never did. He had seen what you refused to see. The men who built his fortune. The libraries that would outlast him. He decided that seeing enough was enough. You keep looking back at your own mills. You need to stop. You need to decide. You have been chasing more because you are afraid that what you have is not enough. But the fear is not real. The fear is a story you have been telling yourself for so long that you forgot it was a story. You forgot that you made it up. You forgot that you could stop telling it. You think holding is having. It is not. Having is enough. Holding is never enough. You have been holding when you could have been having. You have been chasing when you could have been resting. You have been running when you could have been home. You think Carnegie kept working. He went home. You would not. He wrote letters. Money given away. He watched the sun set on a life that was enough. He had done enough. You have done enough too. You just cannot see it yet. You have done enough. You have built enough. You have given enough. The only thing left is to see it, to say the words, to stop running and sit in the silence long enough to feel what enough feels like. Feels like nothing. That is the point. It does not feel like excitement. It does not feel like the rush of a new deal. It feels like quiet, like a room after everyone has left, like the moment when the machine stops and you hear the silence that was always there underneath the noise. You have heard that silence before. You ran from it. That silence is not emptiness. That silence is completion, and you have been afraid of it your whole life. You have been competing in a race with no other runners. Before you put this scroll down, not tomorrow, right now, write down 3 things you already have. Not 3 things you want, 3 things you have. Right now, today, a person, a place, a memory, a skill, a breath. Write them down, on paper. Then read them out loud. After each one, pause. Say these words, "This is enough." Do not qualify. Do not say, "This is enough for now." Just, "This is enough." Let the words sit in the room. Let them be uncomfortable. Let them be true. Carnegie proved it to himself and stopped. He sold everything at 65. He never looked back, not because he had nothing left to prove, because he had finally proved it to himself, and that was enough. You have been trying to prove something to someone who is not watching, a parent who is gone, a competitor who does not think about you, a version of yourself that never existed. You are the only one still running, and you are the only one who can stop it. Stop it now. Name what you have. See it. Say it. Let it be enough. The race was real because you kept running it. The moment you stop, it ends, not with a prize, with silence. That silence is not loss. That silence is the finish line. You have been 3 feet from it for years. I leave a legacy, not a balance. I leave a legacy, not a balance. I leave a legacy, not a balance.